Hey folks, Austin Manning here at Johnson RV, your home for premium pre-owned motorized coaches. We're located just 1 mile east of Sandy off of Highway 26. It's a beautiful day out here today and a really good day to talk about one of our newest coaches. This is a 2009 Monaco Diplomat. Now this is going to be the 41 PDQ model and it's absolutely gorgeous. This is a diesel pusher Class A coach built by Monaco. This is on the RR8R Roadmaster chassis, which means to you that we have a 8-bag air ride suspension. They call it Air Glide because it's so smooth. It's going to be a really nice coach to ride down the highways and not feel all those bumps as you go down the road. This particular coach is the 41 PDQ, so you're going to have about 41 feet inside of interior living space. If you measure from bumper to bumper, you're going to be looking at 42 feet and 7 inches. Nice full-size Class A diesel pusher. One of the highlights of this coach that I really like is you do have the dual access fuel door right here. So you can fill up the coach from either side, which can be really handy on those road trips. If you don't have time to plan exactly out when you're pulling into the gas station, you can fill from either side. So that's going to be a nice convenience factor. We got one of our 4 slide outs right here on the driver's side of the coach. It's one of our larger slides, which will be on the inside part of our living area. Right underneath that, you can see we've got a couple of our full pass-through storage areas. One thing I really like about the pass-through storage here is, one, you have the full the pull-out tray to be able to get to your stuff a little bit easier, but you also have unrestricted area between both pass-throughs, so all this space is open. Makes it a lot easier to get some of those bigger items underneath there and with you out on the trips. Moving back along the coach, we've got our utility set up here, so some of our hookups there, some of our controls, outside shower, always nice for hosing off before you go back inside to take a trip out to the beach or something, don't want to bring sand in with you, or if you have a dog, hosing off their paws before you come back inside. Keep everything nice and clean in there. Now we do have side view cameras up on the front there, so for the driver that's going to be nice. That's activated with your turn signal. Anytime you put on a turn signal, if it's on the left hand side, your left side camera comes on. If it's on the right hand side, your right hand camera comes on. Of course we have a backup camera as well. With a little over 42 feet of a coach, you definitely want cameras surrounding you so you're staying safe and operating the coach a little bit easier. Here's one of our other slide outs. This is going to be back in the back, the bedroom there. You can see all of our slide outs also have Carefree awning slide out toppers. That's going to help keep moisture and debris off of the top of those slide outs. So when you bring them back in, you're not bringing back pine needles, water, debris with you. We have a 10,000 pound hitch on the back here. So if we're doing a little bit of towing, that's going to be a pretty high rating on the tow hitch. You'll be able to tow pretty easily. Aside from having the bigger hitch that makes towing a little bit easier, we do have a 400 horsepower Cummins ISL diesel engine in here. So that's a pretty substantial engine, lots of power. You're looking at about 1,200 pounds per foot of torque coming out of that 400 ISL from Cummins. It's going to make getting there, if you got something behind you, seem like you don't even have anything towing behind you there. Here's some of our other side for our pass-throughs there. Again, lots and lots of storage space on our Roadmaster chassis for the Monaco. We do have a central vac system too, which is going to make keeping the interior a little bit clean, make that nice and easy for you. Here's our other access point for fuel on the passenger side. So like I said, you don't really have to plan out every time you're getting off the highway to fill up. You don't have to plan necessarily where you're going to be pulling into that gas station. It's going to be nice and easy. You've got a 100 gallon fuel tank, so you've definitely got a lot of road once you get full there. 100 gallons of fresh water too. So this coach is really made for somebody that's taking longer trips, maybe going down to the desert during the winter and really soaking up the sun when it's cold up here in the north. Let's go take a look at the inside. Okay, so here we are inside the 2009 Diplomat 41 PDQ. Up here in the cockpit, we have some very plush flex steel ultra leather seating. It's going to make those longer road trips a little bit more comfy. I would like to point out we have a 3000 Allison automatic transmission. It's going to be a 6-speed transmission. That's kind of your industry go-to in your higher-end diesel coaches. Electronic leveling system right there for the driver. Generator start-stop functions right here at the driver's seat. This is going to be our monitor for both our side view cameras as well as our backup camera. So driving down the road in this thing, if you're taking a longer road trip, it's going to be really comfortable. And check out that view. Got a nice big windshield in the front. That's my favorite thing about Class A's, is sitting up here in the front and checking out the view wherever you might be going. Instrument center built in up overhead here. Moving to the living area. Now, we do have opposing wall slides in this coach, so we've got a really nice amount of space up here in the living room. You can see we got this wide open space. If you want to have a dance party, you've got the room to do it, and you've got a really nice surface to do it on. On the 2009 Diplomats, you were getting a ceramic tile flooring option, so they've taken out the full carpet that you used to see in Class A's and went to the ceramic tile. It's a little bit easier to clean, and aesthetically it's very pleasing. You've got couches on both sides of our opposing wall slides here to give you a lot of seating options in the living room here. Both of your seats up front do swivel too, so you can really get a large group of folks seated in your living room. Both your couches are sleepable. You have one that's a full pull-out for sleeping, and then you have one that's going to be your more traditional jackknife, which is just going to pop up and lay flat. Dinette table right here. We've got a couple chairs seated there. You can seat up to 4 people on your dinette there. Moving over to the kitchen. On the Diplomats, you do get a polished Corian counter on all your counter space in the kitchen here. So you've got solid surface counters. If you're actually using your kitchen, it's not a laminate product, so we're not going to start watching all our edges peel if we actually start doing some cooking in our kitchen. And this is kind of cool. We have a little countertop extension with built-in storage space. So underneath we've got some actually usable drawers, and they're nice size too. And then you've got a little release right there. Pulls out the counter, gives you a little bit of extra prep area, which is kind of nice. We do have a 3-burner cooktop stove right here. Corian counter covers for that, so it's usable counter space when you're not cooking on it. And then of course above that we have our microwave convection combo, so you can still do some baking even though we don't have a little RV oven. Convection oven might be a little bit more convenient than using the traditional RV oven as well. This is a nice size convection. It's not a little shoebox, so you can actually get some items in there and do some cooking. The sink, you've got a dual sink, both have covers, so again, usable counter space when you're not using the sink. And then you've got enough space in there to actually do some dishes, not have it be torture trying to do the dishes in here. The sink does pull out too. So that makes getting in there and spraying off some of the plates that much easier. You got a fair amount of storage. We do have hardwood on all of our cabinetry. I believe it's a cherry wood. Don't quote me on that. Could be maple, but it is a hardwood, actual wood. It's not a laminate particle board finish, so a little bit higher end fit and finish on that. It's raised paneling, so it does give it a nice aesthetic look. Makes you feel like you're a little bit more at home when you're out there on the road. Moving back, we're going to pass through our bathroom area before we hit the bedroom. So we've got a split bath. We've got the shower and the vanity and sink in one area here on one side of the aisle. It's a nice size shower too. It's got the skylight in there. I'm about 5'10", and I've got plenty of room to grow in here, so full-grown adult can definitely use this bathroom area pretty easily. Toilet is going to be on the other side of the aisle there, and you've got another sink in there, which is kind of cool. So you've got a double sink. You got one in the aisle, one in the actual bathroom with the toilet. Talking about height, talking about being in that shower, being able to use it, you have 84-inch ceilings in this coach, so lots of headroom for a guy like me. You also have a washer dryer combo set up in your aisle area here where you have the bathroom. So you got the washer dryer hooked up, ready to go. Now in the bathroom, in the bedroom, we've got a king size bed. That was one of the options on this this particular coach. So they did get the bigger bed in here. This one comes with a sleep number king size bed, which is kind of nice. You can adjust each side for comfort there. You're gonna have a nice full residential size hanging closet here for some of your clothes, and then you've even got a second closet area right here. I'll get out of the way, close this off, and you can see you can take the shelves out and make that a second hanging closet, or you can just use it for extra storage space. We've got an entertainment center right here in the bedroom, and we have opposing wall slides in the bedroom as well, so we get a really nice open area when we're getting back to our closet, or when we're calling into bed. We got the ability to walk around on both sides of the bed. You do also have power outlets on both sides of your bed, which can be very important for folks if they've got a CPAP machine or something like that, something you need to plug in at the at bedtime that needs to maintain a power source. Cell phones is always a popular one too. Recharge those at the end of the night there. We have dual roof-mounted ACs and ducted air throughout the entire coach, so when you're traveling around, if you're going to some of those hotter climates, the coach itself is going to cool down evenly. And then we've got heat coming from below through the furnace, which is also ducted. It's a really nice coach. It feels very high-end. I would love to travel in it. I hope you would too. I hope you enjoyed the video. Remember to call us or come out and see us today, and when you get here, ask for Austin. Thanks so much for watching.